was Christmas 2015, and we started to realize that Vicky was looking at things sideways. So we booked an appointment with an ophthalmologist. But what happened is they started noticing an involuntary movement of the pupil, which is called nystagmus. The real shock was in October when we sat down with genetics. They found the gene, and it was actually the most severe form of retinal dystrophy. It's called the Leber congenital amaurosis, something congenital. There is nothing you can do. She was progressively losing her sight. So the other day, one friend asked her, "Why do you wear glasses?" And she replied something like, "Because I can see better." And then she said, like, "Well, in the future, I will not wear glasses anymore." And I was hearing all of that, and I almost started crying. I was like, I really hope that you cannot. Actually, I hope that you can wear glasses, because it means that you can still see.
Good morning, everybody. Hi, I'm Silvia.
Hi, I'm Sam.
So I'm the mom of Vicky. She's 5 and she's legally blind.
And I'm the mum of 3 and I'm legally blind.
And Sam and I sit on the same floor in the P&G office in Brooklands in London. And shortly after Vicky was diagnosed, some common friends came to me and told me, "Come and see Sam." And they introduced me to Sam, and I realized I've never seen you before in the office.
I never saw you either.
But Sam and I started to talk, and realizing how successful her life was professionally and personally really helped me to understand and accept Vicky's condition. When you're told that your child is going to lose his or her sight, I can tell you your world goes upside down. You can only think about things that she's not going to be able to see and do. All your parents' dreams crash in a moment. But meeting Sam and spending time with her really helped me slowly come to terms to the fact that no matter what's going to happen to Vicky's eyesight, she can and will have a fulfilling and happy life.
Actually, Silvia helped me understand and appreciate what love, like the determination, the drive, the hunger that a parent gets when they want to love and support a child, and especially a child with a disability. And I see a lot of my mum and my dad in Silvia.
So we actually had 1 in 2 million chances of us meeting. So it's not only about my daughter is blind and Sam is blind, but is also they're affected by exactly the same condition, up to the same genetic and the same gene that is causing it.
How incredible is that? Imagine like being the only blind person for ages in the office, and then meeting someone finally who has a daughter who's blind and being able to help them, and then realizing that we actually share the same gene. It's 1 in a 2 million chance. It was really, we were meant to be, yes. Silvia.
And that's why we're here today. And when the organizers came to us and told us, come and speak at this, we were a little bit nervous. I mean, we are the only, I think, P&G speakers amongst many professional speakers, so cheer for us. Thank you. But it's also really nerve-wracking. And we've been very, very open and very transparent. We've both been on TV, I think, a few times. We've been open with our stories, but there's still something nerve-wracking about speaking to a big group like you guys of colleagues, and I see many friends here. And we really we could use many words to describe our story. We picked three. We share a story of challenge. We share a story of resilience and not taking no for an answer. We share a story of impact, and we're here today to tell you a little bit more about this. Let me start with the challenge. Can I ask you to raise your hand if you have gone through a big life challenge? And I'm not talking about your next big presentation here. I'm talking about either a life event, something that happened to you or your loved one, a medical diagnosis or something like that. Can you raise your hand? Okay, quite a few. So as human nature, as humans, we fear those challenges. We are afraid, we shy away from them. My experience has been that those challenges and my challenges actually helped me become who I am and define who I want to be. I've never thought I would actually be able to say that, and I'm still not sure I'm going to say it now, but some days I wake up and I'm actually grateful. For a split second, I'm grateful for the challenge I've been given. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I wish with my whole heart and soul that Vicky will be able to see the world forever. And I'm going to fight with every fiber in my body to help her achieve that. But still, I've slowly come to terms that there is actually something great about having a challenge like this. And is that this challenge and dealing with this challenge is actually making me become a better person. So let me go back to kind of where it started, and you've seen it a little bit on the video, but December 2015, we were ready to celebrate Christmas, and we started to realize that Vicky was looking at things sideways. She would tilt her head slightly like that, and she would pull things close to her eyes to see them. And I wore glasses since I was 5, so I thought, okay, she probably just needs glasses. But in a matter of a few weeks, we went from celebrating Christmas with the family to actually being rushed to one of the biggest hospitals in London to take a brain MRI. And I don't know, many of you are parents here in the room, but holding your child while a doctor is sedating her for a full brain MRI, knowing that there is a small chance of them not waking up, and there is a small chance of the doctors coming back and telling you that your child has brain cancer, is one of the most difficult things I've ever done. Luckily, the brain MRI the brain MRI came clear. This is actually one of the pictures I'm mostly fond of. It's a picture of Vicky as soon as she woke up from the brain MRI. She's still sucking her thumb, as you can see. We went through a few more tests when finally we sat down in an ophthalmology room, and the ophthalmologist told us, we found what's wrong with Vicky's eyes. There is something wrong. I was pregnant at that time with my second child. So I still remember the ophthalmologist told me, please sit down. We have to tell you there is something wrong. We still don't know exactly what. We have to go through DNA testing. We have to take some blood. But there is a high chance she's going to go blind. And there is nothing you can do. I would tell you my world went upside down. I'm going to try to do it. I would spend days looking outside the window and just thinking about all the beautiful things that our world has to offer and the fact that she's not going to be able to see them. I would look at flowers, landscape, sunset, dawn, everything would catch my eyes, and I would think, oh, she's not going to be able to see it. I would spend nights on Google, searching on Google, trying to find answers. Get to the last page of Google, and trust me, it does exist. There is a last page on Google search results. Trying to find a glimpse of hope that the diagnosis was wrong, that this is not going to go that way. I would give my life to guarantee for Vicky the possibility to see the world, but I couldn't do that.
So everybody has challenges, and when you're blind, you have your fair share of challenges. Growing up has been, reflecting back, growing up has been a bit of a blur. Okay, not because only I was blind, but also because I don't really know what was going on. I may have been told that you were going to go blind or you're going to lose your sight. I can't remember, to be honest. But I didn't really know how that was manifesting in my life, because people imagine, what do you imagine when you think blind? Darkness, black? It's not like that. So I had tunnel vision, and the idea is that your tunnel gets narrower the older you get, and it also gets blurrier. So you can't see very much, and what you can see is also getting blurred. So I didn't really understand that as a child. I didn't know. What I knew was that other kids were reading books beautifully, and I couldn't, and I didn't know why. What I knew was that other kids were